Hey guys, Mike here. So today, I'm here to talk to you about Green Book. In this review, I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film, and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler-free. However, if you don't want to know anything about this film, and you want to go completely blind, then let's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
We do this.
Pick it up, Tony.
Squirrels would have ate it anyway.
Pick it up.
So Green Book stars Viggo Mortensen as Tony Lip. You may remember him from his Oscar-nominated performance in Captain Fantastic and as Aragorn from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The movie also stars Mahershala Ali as Dr. Don Shirley. You may remember him from Luke Cage and from his Oscar-winning performance in Moonlight. In Green Book, we start off in New York in 1962, and Dr. Don Shirley is a musician who plans to take a tour around the deep south of America. Because of obvious reasons, he pretty much needs a bodyguard as he takes his tour, which leads him to hire Viggo Mortensen's character, Tony Lip. I mean, he's got some long Italian name, but basically, I'll just be calling him Tony Lip from now on. He hears that Tony has good people skills, which leads him to hire him. And just before they start off on their journey, Tony is given the Green Book, which basically states where black people are allowed to stay in around the South. So first, a bit of clarification. I recently went to a secret screening, in which I thought I was going to be probably seeing Aquaman or something like that. But just as the movie started, it said Green Book, and everyone in the cinema was there like, what's this? And a couple of my friends leaned over to me and asked me what I thought it was, or did I know what it was? And I only knew what it was because I recently saw a picture with Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali on it. I didn't really look into it. I thought, that's got Viggo Mortensen in it, I'll probably go see it. But, as it was the secret screening, I've seen it now, and I now get to talk to you about it. So, pretty much, I have to admit, for the first 10 to 20 minutes of this movie, I was ready to check out, because Viggo Mortensen plays pretty much a stereotypical Italian-American person. He wears vest tops everywhere, he's low class, he eats all the time, and he has a very, very strong and obvious accent. But, you know, I still had faith in Viggo Mortensen, because pretty much everything that I've seen him in, he's always given a top-notch performance. And I wasn't ready to believe that he was going to break this hot streak. And I guess I could say the same for Mahershala Ali, because at the start I wasn't really into his character because he seemed very stuck up, very snobbish, and he just seemed like he was going to be putting Tony down all the time. But I have to say, all my fears about this movie were erased as soon as they get in the car together. Because at its heart, this movie pretty much is just a buddy road trip comedy. Every single scene they have in the car together, and pretty much everywhere else, is absolutely hilarious and allows them to develop their characters even further. I mean, these two could not be more different. On the one side, you've got Don Shirley, who's a well-spoken, sophisticated gentleman. And on the other side, you've got Tony, who's pretty much a foul-mouthed, just common person as you get. But still, they find really good ways of playing off each other and just bringing out the worst, and most of the time, bringing out the best of each other. But I'm not going to lie to you, just looking at the poster, this movie is just straight-up Oscar bait. It's got everything the Oscars go crazy for. It's set in the past, it's about racism, it's about diversity, it's got Mahershala Ali in it, it's got all the ingredients to make a great Oscar bait movie. But, having said that, this didn't stop this movie from being as wildly entertaining as it was, and just straight up hilarious as well. I mean, you know it's going to be funny when it's directed by someone who helped make Dumb and Dumber. I mean, I guess another thing I could fault it for is its really heavy-handed messages about racism and diversity. But honestly, these things do not lower the quality of this movie. They're done in such a way where it feels definitely organic to the story. And it definitely feels less like the movie's got an agenda that it's trying to fulfill, and more so that it's just trying to tell a good story. I mean, apparently this movie isn't 100% accurate, and it doesn't fully reflect who these people were. But honestly, this, again, doesn't distract from how great this movie was. But again, as it is Oscar season, it's definitely worth talking about the things that this movie probably will be nominated for, or might actually probably win. So straight away, this movie will probably be nominated for Best Picture, just straight off the bat. It'll also probably get nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. It'll also probably get nominated for a couple of technical awards as well. But the main things I want to talk about are the performances in this movie. So first let's talk about Mahershala Ali. He won his Oscar for his supporting role in Moonlight. Now, I saw Moonlight. I didn't really think much of it, but I can fully understand why people liked it as much as they did. But as for Mahershala Ali himself in the movie, I didn't really see why he actually won the award, because he wasn't really there all that much. He didn't really actually do all that much either. But then again, I didn't really see anyone else who was nominated that year, so I can't really say whether he earns it over them or whether they deserved it more than him. So all I'll say is that, you know, it's good that he won the award. But if he was to win Best Supporting Actor for this movie, he 100% definitely deserves it. Even though I still think that the person who's going to win Best Supporting Actor is the dad from The Hate U Give. So again, it'd be great if he got a nomination, but I personally don't think he's probably going to win it. But now let's talk about Viggo Mortensen. I mean, on Lord of the Rings, he would often be called the most badass person that anyone had ever seen on set. I mean, he definitely deserves an Oscar nomination for this performance. Whether he'll win it will depend on who's nominated against him, but honestly, if he did win for this performance, he absolutely definitely deserves it. But I guess we'll have to wait and see who gets nominated for what when the Oscars are announced. Overall, guys, I was definitely happy that I saw this movie over Aquaman, because I know I was going to see Aquaman anyway, but this movie I probably might have given it a miss. I might not have actually seen it. So I'm so glad that I saw this over Aquaman. The comedy was great, the story's well written, well directed, and well produced, and both the actors really play well off each other, and I could just see them winning tons of awards for this movie. I mean, again, this is definitely an Oscar bait movie, but that shouldn't stop you from enjoying this movie. But now, as for whether or not you guys should go and see it, I can 100% definitely recommend that you guys should go see this movie, as it's just an absolute blast and it's absolutely hilarious. And though it may not be wholly original, it's still entertaining as hell, so, you know, go see it. Okay guys, that's my review for Green Book. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite road trip movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!